right, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahweh Shai, Ba'asham, Rakha Kodesh. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect. And yeah, Lord willing, this will be a quick, exhortation video, right, in transit. And I just titled it Beautiful Times. Okay, beautiful times, because just looking at the things that are happening in the earth, and yesterday, right, we did a live stream, and one of the brothers mentioned, I believe it was Ayash, he mentioned, right, quoting 2nd Esdras, the 9th chapter, as it is written, when you see part of these signs come to pass, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of these things, right, from the beginning. And that was a very, very key point. I was thinking about that just now, because we are more certain, right, now more than ever, of the assuredness of these prophecies, right? There's no doubt, or at least there shouldn't be any doubt in your mind, that the things that are written in the scriptures are about to come to pass at all. Because as time goes forward, the picture gets clearer and clearer and clearer, and it eliminates basically all room for doubt. So eventually what we're going to start to see is that the scenario now transforms from those that believe versus those that don't, to now those that will be delivered versus those that won't. Now, what do I mean by that? Eventually we're going to get to a point where everybody's going to see and believe to an extent that these things are happening, right? Like, eventually it's going to be, what was it? I think it was a Ukrainian general that came out and said World War III has officially begun. If you go back a decade, right? If you go back, a decade would be like a good amount. And you talk about World War III, or you talk about the digital system, right? You talk about there's going to be a new monetary system. They're going to start doing things digital, digital wireless. They're going to charge you the CHIP. People would look at that like, all right, that's some conspiracy theory stuff. And they did, right? They did. There's actual video evidence of it. You can go as far back watching elder brothers talking about these things in that time. And, most people scoffed at it. So it was a time of the separation between those that believed these things through faith, having not seen it, and those that didn't, because they couldn't see it afar off. They were just like, World War III, bro, what are you talking about? And then the names that you're mentioning, right? You're mentioning Russia and Iran and Israel, and it's like, nah, man, right now, at least during that time, it didn't look like it as it does now. See, so at that point in time, it was a matter of, okay, who believes this and who doesn't. But now, as we're heading towards it, even those same people that did not believe it back then are starting to see it now. Because now, how do you refute it when you literally have missiles being shot back and forth, right? And then you look at it and you say, Russia's involved in here on one front, and then on the other front you got Israel and Iran literally going at it with each other. And the threat of a major escalation is very high. The World War III talks are not esoteric or like excluded to some small conspiracy theory group. Now we're talking about the actual players involved in this war are saying that this is World War III. So think about what that actually means. A world war is not just a war between Russia and Ukraine. A world war involves the world powers, the countries of the world. So if they're saying things like that, if they're, see this thing. Oh man. All right. Salakia. So yeah, if they're saying things like that, then it should let you know that we're at that time. So the point here as to why this is beautiful times is because now the Lord is transitioning this, right? You're going from okay, who believes this versus who doesn't, and those that believed, it was really 100% through faith, right? Because the things that we were talking about, once again, these weren't things that you just turn around and you can see it, and it's very apparent. So this is all through faith. But then now it's to where everybody sees it, most people see it, and eventually everybody's gonna see it. How you're gonna be in the middle of Jacob's trouble saying Jacob's trouble is not real, right? You're gonna be in the middle of World War III with missiles flying around. They may not be nuclear, right? Missiles flying around, countries mobilizing and going to different parts to actually engage in a war. And on the news, they're literally calling it World War III, and you're gonna say no, World War III is not real. Obviously, that's not gonna be the case unless this person is in denial. So that's the point where we're now entering into, where people are now seeing it and they're saying, oh shoot, World War III is real. So now what's going to be the difference, right? Then shall they be known who am I chosen? What's going to be the separation? What's going to be the difference? The difference now is going to be, okay, we all know this is happening. Yeah, it's not a matter of, okay, I believe it, you don't, you're a conspiracy theorist. No. Now we all know this is real. We all know they're coming out with the MOTB. We can see it with our own eyes, right? We all know this World War III is on and popping. We can see it with our own eyes. But now it's a matter of, okay, we know, but now what? Well, when the famine comes, who's eating? What's that? I think it's is it Isaiah or Jeremiah? I forget exactly which one. I think it's Isaiah 65 and 12 on down. But now it comes down to, okay, who's eating? Who's getting delivered when the missiles fly? You know, who's going to be taken care of when all hell breaks loose? When you refuse to take the MOTB, and you're better off than somebody who went and took it. You're eating better. You're sleeping better. You're more protected than somebody who went and took it for those same very things. And that's why it's a beautiful time, because, like I said, now it's fully instilled in our minds. Like, look, this is what's happening, and what does this mean? This means that America's on its last legs. It probably doesn't even have any legs anymore, but you know, it's gonna make it look like it does. So it's on its very last legs, on its toes, its tippy toes. And at the same time, the deliverance is near. The deliverance that was seen, I mean, imagine like during Abraham's time, right? Or during the time of even Moses, right? All that, the time all the way back then, having to wait this long. And the Lord is on a time scale of prophecy, we're probably the last seconds before the deliverance, right? The last seconds before these prophecies get fulfilled. And that's why it's a beautiful time, because we're in the perfect place that you want to be at this time. Okay? 1 second. Yeah, we're in the perfect place that you want to be at this time. There's no what's that song? Was it Clean Bandit? There's no place I'd rather be. You know, there's no other place that you should rather want to be. We're in a position where we understand what's happening. We're not confused. We're not afraid. We're not bugging out and oh my gosh, this is actually happening. And no, we're excited. You know, as the scriptures say that as the world mourns, we're gonna rejoice. Because we know what this means. We know how the Lord set it up, and even better, right? Even better, the Lord said He's going to deliver us through it. So, you know, we good. We don't got to worry about that. You know, it's just a matter of finishing the course. Okay, looking at what's ahead. All right, we're seeing that it's close. And the I guess the caveat to the closeness of this time of deliverance is going to be the difficulty, right? Because the scriptures talk about through much tribulation shall we enter into the kingdom. But obviously, if you're the elect and the Lord is well equipped you, you're going to be able to do it. The only thing is, yes, we're going to be, in that time of Jacob's hole, but we're going to know, look, this is literally there's no other stop after this. Like, after this comes what we've been waiting for. The only thing is, you got to be able to survive this, right? That's the last thing remaining, the last challenge, which is one of the most difficult, but it's also one of the most rewarding. It's like your final exam, and then you finally finish the class. It may be a difficult exam, but once you're sitting there taking that exam, your mindset is, look, this is fine, but this is temporary, right? This exam is not going to be forever. And after this, I don't have to keep on showing up to this class. I'm done. I'm good. So let me do my best now. Even if it's like a gruesome 2 hours, let me just give it everything I got, because Once I finish here and then I get up from here, I'm good. And I don't want to have to come and repeat this. You know, so let me give it my all now. So really that's like the mindset, right? Going into these times is like, hey, we can see the finish line, but don't forget that just because you can see the finish line doesn't mean you've crossed it yet. You've been running, and for a long time, you know, your objective was, let me at least get to the finish line. Let me see the finish line. And now that we've seen the finish line, now the objective is, let me cross the finish line. So remember that, you know, don't stop just because you're close. You know, actually finish and cross that finish line. Anyway, I'm gonna end it here. You know, just wanted to speak a few words on that. Just to, you know, exhort brothers and sisters that we're very, very close, and it's a beautiful thing, because you know, one of these days the world is gonna change completely, and it's gonna be in our favor. You know. So anyway, with that, Lord willing, this is edifying to the elect. In closing, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Ruach HaKodesh. And until next time, Shalom.